I have the did you see what the fuck is that movie called? Encanto?
I have not,
The
but I
Disney one?
know most of the music from it, but I haven't actually watched it.
I have the
Sounds
Family
really bad.
Madrigal stuck in my head.
Okay,
It's like the opening
like
song.
randomly.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's
I have
just
to watch it.
it's a good one
I
actually. I really
managed to
liked
watch
it.
it. Yeah, but when it first came out, everybody said it made them cry a lot, and I like
Yes.
love movies that make me cry, but I also hate like I will cry at anything at like in a second. So I'm like
Yeah,
I have to prepare myself, and then
valid.
I haven't watched it because it's fine. I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
It is a good movie. I think especially for
But
like I know that Mirabelle isn't an eldest daughter and that's like kind of the whole point, but like
in the same sense,
it it like yeah,
it
it's
feels
yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um anyways, hi. Welcome to Read Between the Blue Lines.
we haven't said that in so long.
Yeah,
I feel
whoopsies.
like well, the
Um
intro runs, but like we don't ever like
yeah,
say
whoops.
hi. So hey guys, hello.
Um
So dust flying around.
I like don't remember where we left off,
The last time we talked about was off campus, so
but we have like more to discuss. I
I
just
know,
don't remember where we like paused.
um,
So if anything's repeated, sorry.
I don't remember either.
And also huge spoilers for the entire off-campus series, the
Yes,
entire Briar U series, the entire
everything.
spin-off series of the spin-off series, and also the TV show.
Those are gonna be spoilers for me too, because I think I said last one I have not read past
Yeah, but like you
this
know who
series.
Fitzy is. I think we've
Yeah,
talked about
but
knowing that
like
like
kids
Jake
don't know
and
anything
Brian
that
are
goes on with
together.
kids.
I don't really remember it.
So like,
I just don't want to accidentally say something and someone be like, "That's a spoiler," and be like, "Shit,
well,
sorry."
I have like probably a hot take on that, but I'm not gonna say because I feel like it's rude, but valid.
I saw someone being mad at a spoiler warning not being on a book from. I was either like, I think it might have been like Game of Thrones or something similar, and someone's like, "It's a fucking book," and they're like, "Yeah, but the TV show is newer," and it's like,
So this is also probably I don't want to sound like elitist, which is probably not the right word. Um, but like with the series too, if the book's been out more than like 5 years, I feel like there's like a limit on like you had X amount of time to read it or look it up.
the only problem I have with that is because if you're using the show to talk about that spoiler, then I think that you still should put a spoiler warning on it.
Yes, but like there's like other things. I had this problem with Hero Rider too, where they're like little things that you got more in the book than you did in the show. So
Yeah,
people are like you can't spoil that. And I'm like, but it's right there. It's like that's the text.
I think
So
it's
I don't know. I'm also just somebody who like insists on reading something before I watch it.
yeah.
99% of the time. There's a couple of times I have not done it, but um, I don't know. It's
I
a
feel like
very
when a TV
mixed.
show or movie comes out, like the waters kind of get murky because you're getting like a new fan base. But like for things like,
But I just somebody if this is you, please answer. I mean this in like the kindest way. If you watch a show that is clearly stated it's been adapted from a book, like do you not have the urge to read the book?
well, some people just don't read,
I
right?
know, but I'm like
Like,
I know, but I don't know. I like I just feel like that's if I would be like, oh, this like if it was a series or a movie of a book I haven't read,
yeah.
I would be like, okay, now I'm like interested. I need to read it.
Well, okay.
You know what I mean?
Here's
But
where
that's just maybe because I'm like
I get
I
that.
want to know everything about it at all times. You know what I mean? But
I
I
think
don't
the
know.
stupidest thing I've seen is I saw
Oh
someone
no,
complain. I know it was bad. I
I'm
saw
not
someone
prepared.
complaining that the
Okay.
new Wizarding Boy series that's coming out that
Oh,
they're doing.
me thinking like Wizards of Waverly Place for a second.
No,
I was like, what?
like the remake that they're doing.
Yes, the
I
HBO
saw
Max
someone,
one.
yeah, someone was
Okay.
talking about something that was going to happen, and
Oh
someone went, "Way
wait,
to fucking spoil it, bro!" It's like there's 7 books, there's a
that's what.
play
Okay, so
on
that's what I'm
Broadway,
saying.
there's 8 movies. They all came out 20
And then,
years ago. This is a
yes,
remake. You can't be mad about
this
that
is what I'm
shit.
saying. When like you like there is a I don't want to say time limit, but like it should exceed a certain limit to being like you've had like especially for something like that where it was like considered a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah,
Like you've had the time to like
yeah.
you know,
I think
not spend.
I think for
That's
me, I think
crazy.
books, I probably say like a year just because it's
Yeah,
takes more time to read a book. For movies, I say like 90 days because that's like when it goes on streaming and it's like completely publicly available. Like at that point, it's like
that's so crazy that
like
like the time. Like I remember like when I was little, you wouldn't see a movie anywhere for like
years.
3 months if you didn't see it in like the movie theater. Like you'd have to wait months
But
to
that's
see
what
it
like
again. Like
in my opinion, I'm like also like movies phase out. Like
yeah,
they're really only popular for like a month.
true.
And also,
It's just like the franchise, like because like the Hunger Games, like
yes.
I feel like that's speaking of I've read that book still.
But there's
But like
also a
I will
difference.
read that before I go watch that movie.
I still haven't read either of
You
the
and
new ones. I
I
know.
never read the second one, but you need I
It's sitting on my shelf. I
can't
know.
stress enough
I know.
that you need to read them. And I read the second one, just the first one alone. But
But
anyway,
like I think there's also a difference between like big shocking so like
yeah, the
so
level of
if
what's
if we're
happening.
talking about off campus and I'm like, well yeah, Hannah and Garrett get together, it's like, well obviously it's a fucking
That's
romance.
the
They're
plot.
obviously getting together. But if I again, spoiler warning, say, oh well when Bo dies, that's a spoiler. That I want a
Yeah,
spoiler warning for.
yeah, I
I don't
agree.
know. I think it's
But I think now like it's hard because like everything if you're not watching it like immediately, it's spoiled pretty much immediately on social media.
which I think is a problem.
I do, and that's what I'm saying. I think that's why it's like there's no like buffer time for people to catch up,
No.
quote unquote, to be like, oh, I need to figure, like, I need to get acquainted with like this book or this world, whatever. It's like immediately something comes out, and you're just like, here you go, in case you didn't know, whatever. And that annoys me so bad, but yeah,
It's a loud fucking car.
rude.
So anyways, we're continuing our off-campus discussion today. So if you don't care, we'll see you soon. And if you do care,
I
welcome.
love if you don't care.
Not everyone gives a shit,
I know.
which is fine. I like really don't remember where we left off, but I do know that like after we recorded the podcast, we like both kind of forgot about this. That, like Sabrina is involved with Bo, which makes the timeline even
We
worse
said this,
and more
yes.
confusing. I don't know if we said it on the podcast.
No, I think you texted me like the next day, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah,
Like
whoops.
the whole timeline of everything by them moving up Allie and Dean is
Did you see
really
though?
confusing.
This is I don't have any like grasp on this because I don't watch a lot of TV. I saw I think yesterday there's a specific director they're bringing in for like 1 or 2 episodes next season, and apparently she writes the most devastating TV episodes. That's like 911. Like she has like a list, and everybody in the comments was like, "Oh my god, I'm never gonna recover. It's gonna be so bad." And I'm like, and I don't even know what they're referencing, but apparently she's like known for ripping your heart out on TV, and so everybody thinks that she's gonna be the one that she's coming on for season 2 for only like 1 or 2 episodes. So I was like, it doesn't seem like it's going to go to anybody else's favor. But that's concerning. So I don't know how we're fitting everything in there, but yeah.
But then also,
heads up.
I understand changing Sabrina's storyline and not having her like involved with as
Yes.
many people she's involved with, but like
I think that doesn't really affect the story.
no, but taking
That
out
much
like
at
her
all.
knowing Bo at least, I feel like is because like Bo's like the only one that knows like she got into Harvard, and
Yeah.
also because someone was commenting, we had a conversation on Threads, like someone was saying like Dean's a senior and Tucker's only a sophomore in the series, which I thought they were all juniors and like the senior
No
thing was like a
way.
slip.
Wait, I'm gonna look this up. But how does Dean come? What is he just gonna use like 5th year?
I
What
mean,
is that? The
yeah,
eligibility or whatever
I
it is.
guess so.
Like,
I don't know. I
this is
genuinely
interesting.
don't know what's going on with the show, which is fine, but like
I mean, I will be invested.
yeah.
I'm just curious as to what we're doing when it's out of order. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Let's see what this says.
Also,
Like,
for
I'll do
everyone
every single one
saying
of them.
that Jalen can't hold a season by himself,
Who's saying that?
a bunch of people on social media are like, he's not strong enough as an
Oh
actor
my
to like hold his own season. I'm like, genuinely, fuck off.
No.
I'm like, I don't watch The Pit, but he seems great. Like,
I was gonna say, like, I feel like he was the one that came with the most like I wanna say
acting
that
experience. Yeah.
like he'd been on something prominent already.
Yeah.
Which, like, they don't just do that for no reason, but what do I know? Okay, it says Garrett Graham is a junior.
Yeah.
Okay, hold.
We know that Garrett's a junior.
Okay, so we said Dean is a senior.
That's
we're
what
gonna we're gonna go Logan first. Sorry, it's going in order.
Like Logan should also be a junior. They should all be juniors.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, it doesn't say. Grace is a freshman, which would make Logan a junior.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm confused as to where this is. Who was supposed to be sophomore?
Tucker.
Oh, wait, I'm not there yet. Hold on, let's see what they say for Dean. We've got nothing for him. What the heck
I know
is
that
this?
I know that Dean says there goes my senior year.
Yeah, and
but
that's why I was like, what?
I don't know that means that he's a senior. I think that means like,
Yeah, that's why I was like,
I don't know.
what is the timeline? You know?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
I agree.
Because also like I feel like pushing Dean and Allie out for season 3 and 4 is like a silly decision.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's an interesting. Yeah, it's not giving me anything for Dean. I'm on like this like wiki fandom page,
Yeah.
which is actually very fun. But sorry, they didn't give me Dean's school year, which just makes no sense. Let's see what they say for Tucker. What, they give me nothing? There's no way he's a sophomore. He's 22, which would make him a junior.
Would make
or
him a senior.
Yeah. Well, no, it'd be like, well, I guess Sabrina's a senior.
When they get to their book, they're both seniors.
Yeah, they're both seniors. So how?
But so right now they would be juniors.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not sophomore. Okay.
I'm very confused.
I'm not gonna question people's logic or
No.
where we're getting things, but it's an interesting concept. Because
But I like. I have hair on my face. Also, I think this is a problem with me and like hockey shows. Because I know, like, especially for this one, I know they have them for Heated Rivalry too, but like, especially in this one, we know that like they literally had an NHL player.
Oh yeah.
As one of the skating doubles.
Wait,
and the fact that the game pace still
yes.
looked so fucking slow,
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on?
I saw someone comment. I think they like posted a clip and they're like, it looks like they're playing like men's league.
Yeah.
Like not like a NCAA level.
Which I'm like, if you're gonna have skating doubles, make it look realistic, please.
But I also feel like they're probably like validating that as like, what's the word? Like for video purposes, it probably looks better slower.
It looks horrendous. I'm sorry. I
agree, but like I feel like that'd be the reason they would say to be like, well, it makes more sense to shoot it that way, you know?
But then speed it up. Like I don't know. I just
put it on 2 times speed.
it irks me.
I feel like I don't think I've ever watched one where it looks natural, like exactly what it would look like if I were like turn on watch it. You know what I mean?
No, it looks like they're like in practice and like during like what's supposed to be a game.
That's true.
And I'm like, I don't know. To anyone making a hockey show, if we could just make the hockey a smidge faster, it'd be great.
Or like I think I watched a video that said Steven said he did all of his own skating stunts, whatever, because he's Canadian, so he knows how to skate.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like making a requirement, but like some skating history should be like somewhat required, so they're not like learning how to skate and learning how to like.
But I'm specifically,
you know what I mean?
I'm specifically talking about like the overhead shots where you're not seeing anyone's face.
Oh.
That should really all be professional players who like professional skaters at least who can fucking play hockey and make it look like they can play hockey.
That's true.
When it's like the sellies and stuff like that, or like the close-ups, like I get it, them being their face, but like also we have the technology now where you can take their face, like shoot it where it's their face in a scene, and then take their face and put it on someone else's body. Like they do it in other movies, they could do it here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I don't know.
Valid point. Valid point.
The scene when I know that we talked about like they all must have fucking keys to the rink.
Yes, which is not believable at all.
But the scene where Hannah goes in, so like there's like 3 big scenes I feel like that happen like in the rink.
Yes.
Are Garrett's game when he's trying to blow off steam, whatever, and she's the bitch's back scene.
Yes. Oh, that one. Yes.
Iconic. And then there's the him practicing and her singing to him.
Yes.
And then there's the
which is also so good.
Yeah, and there's a St. Anthony's game where he's freaking out, needs to find her, and then she's in the locker room, whatever.
Also, I have seen, it's probably not really what you're gonna see. I've seen so many people be like, why is there a green room in a hockey arena or rink? They're multi-purpose buildings. Like
some of them, yeah.
Yes, but I'm saying like they're not always just specifically a hockey rink. Like if you think of like a regular arena,
figure skaters would probably need like a get ready place.
So like I'm like that's like a normal thing. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
Like I'm like not the college rink I grew up going to, but
no, but like
But if you think of like
It exists.
Icebreaker, like they do
Yeah.
have like the facilities where it's figure skating and hockey. So you
Yes.
could assume that figure skaters need to
It'd
like
be a
prep
separate
and
area.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, why there's a piano down there, that I don't know.
They're getting ready to perform.
Yeah, Hannah
don't
just
know.
brought it to fuck around with when she's working. I like the idea of using the hockey and music like together.
Yeah.
With like the bitches back scene and the other song that I'm forgetting, but like the acoustic one that she sings to him that they like slept to for the first time together.
It's the Foundations. Is it Foundations?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Um,
I hear it in my head, and I don't want to like butcher it by saying it. It's like it's an old song, and I don't want to make it sound like stupid by saying it. You know what I mean?
but I think that like because like their story is a lot of like music and hockey at the same time. I think like obviously
Yeah.
when they go to Malone's and it's they have the karaoke or the show and they have like the hockey and like it like the separation, but I like when they like mix the two things together. I feel like that was like well
Well
done. I
done.
don't. Yeah.
It was the Foundations. Baby, now that I found you.
Okay.
Yeah. The song he's like the one that his mom listened to a lot.
Yeah.
The whole background. Yeah.
Like I just the show felt. I think I said I liked it better than the books at least so far.
Yeah.
But that being said, also like the deal wasn't my favorite book out of them, so it
I also agree.
like we'll see what happens with the score and the mistakes.
So I think like I read them. I didn't really read them that long ago, but I read them long ago enough that I'm
Well
like
enough, yeah.
I should probably reread them.
Yeah.
So like in that sense, where I'm like I'm familiar enough, but getting to watch it to like how they've interpreted it and made it a little different is also really fun because I'm not expecting it.
Yeah.
To be, I think because like when I watched Hate Rivalry, I literally finished the book like the day before the show, like the first two episodes came out. So
Mhm.
I was like fresh in my mind. I knew everything that was going on. And they didn't really change a whole lot. But with this, I'm like, I know the premise. I remember like this stuff happens, and I'm just gonna like go with the flow and figure it out later. So, but like if you also haven't read it, I think it's just a fun, like they get all the points across very well. That like you should know about if you read it, and so I think it's very well done in that sense. It's fun. Like it's a nice, well,
Yeah.
I said welly done. Anyway,
We'll see.
Yeah.
In speaking about Hannah and Garrett still, before I pivot back to Allie and Dean and the differences.
Yeah.
Do you think in season 2 we're gonna see Hannah blow up at Phil?
Ooh, I feel like it would be very. I don't want to use the word entertaining, but like in the TV show sense, I feel like it would be very plot thickening. I don't know though. Oh, that's a good
Because
one.
like it's at the end of the deal is
They're-
Hannah and Garrett's dad get into a fight, and it's kind of like
I feel
pivotal
like
for
if they miss
their
that- yeah, I feel like if they don't include that, it's like my same argument with Bo. Like it's a very important part for them.
I just feel like it's a lot to do.
It is.
The end of Garrett and Hannah, continue Allie and Dean, the beginning of
Though
Logan
my
and Grace.
position is they just make it more than 8 episodes.
They're not going to.
I know.
They
Listen,
should bring back 22
I'm so
episodes.
sorry, you guys. This is Amazon we're talking about. They have no lack of money
I know.
to make it longer or to fund this thing. Like,
Yeah.
My hot take. You absolutely can do what you want with it.
One of my hot takes is that by no longer having bubble episodes, we've eliminated attention spans.
Bubble episode. What is that?
So episodes in TV shows, like think like a Halloween
A filler?
episode,
Oh, like the themed ones.
but not even like a themed one, but like where like nothing that's happening in that episode
Yeah, it's like
actually
filler.
affects the plot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a fun little like filler episode.
But like I think that taking those out of TV has drastically
That's why-
reduced one, people's comprehension of the TV shows, two, people's understanding of the characters in the TV shows, three, the relatability of the characters in
Yeah.
TV shows, and yeah, I'm specifically talking TV shows, and four, people's attention spans.
This occurred to me when we were watching Summer Rich and Pretty last year, and people were like, "Nothing happened in this episode." I'm like, that is the whole point. Like they purposely made the episode that way, where like that's literally the entire reason we had or that was a filler episode. What episode was that? But everybody was like, "There's nothing here." It was like you don't need something to happen every single episode. That's not the point.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, bring back like 22 episode seasons. I want more. Thank you very much. Like, please.
Yeah.
When did that become probably streaming? I feel like that's probably the thing to blame. I'm like, when
Yeah.
did that become a not
No, it's absolutely
like not a
streaming.
thing? I hate it.
So, but yeah, like I feel like it's a lot to do in one season. Also, especially if you're going to kill Bo next
Yeah.
season, are you also going to introduce Sabrina?
How evil would it be? This is really, really bad. If they were,
I have
And
no idea where
I
you're
think-
going, and I'm scared.
I don't know. Well, it's not that bad. Like it's
Okay.
like contextually in the realm of what was already written. I'm just thinking like time wise for like a season. If they were to like again, however they layer it or switch it in, but like because we saw so much of Dean and Allie, and we still have some of Graham and Hannah to finish, and we still have to intro Grace at least. What if they like? Could you imagine if they ended season 2 with Bo dying, and they just left? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd be so evil to be like it happened. Screen goes black, and you don't have another episode for like whatever amount of time, and then season 3 is Dean like spiraling, going out of control, and that's how that leads into Logan and Grace. I told you it was evil.
If anyone from Amazon just heard that, fucking Men in Black mind wipe. Okay, that's not allowed to happen. Thanks though.
That came to me on the spot. I was like, could you imagine how? Because I remember last week we said like, oh, if it was like on episode ending,
Yeah.
it was like a weekly thing, so you were like, hang on. I'm like, could you just imagine if they made that? They fit everything in ahead of time, because technically it'd still be on timeline wise, because Bo like that happened so late in Dean and Allie's book, kind of.
Yeah.
It would end up being like timeline correct if you want to say that, but it'd be literally
The only
evil.
thing,
It'd be
the thing
evil.
that I fear very much is that if we move the timeline of Bo
Yes.
to the spring, that it's going to end up being a drug driver situation instead of a bad road conditions.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I feel like it could still like like a rain.
it could. I just have this
I-
sinking
likely-
feeling that it's going to end up being a drunk driver
Yeah, I just-
situation.
I didn't think of that.
instead, and I like can't actually handle that. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they will do that because of like recent actual hockey history events. But we've also
I don't
seen
wanna be
Netflix make a show about Humboldt Broncos apparently, and
Oh yeah. Did that come out?
I don't know. I
I
have
haven't
chosen not to
watched
pay
it,
attention
but
to it.
like I know that I saw the thing and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
sure, whatever. Um,
everything is awesome.
that was a thought I had. This is why I don't
That's a terrible
voice
thought.
it. I said it was evil. I said it was
Please
evil.
stop thinking. Never have thoughts
I
again.
wish I could do that. You know, like just
Yeah.
blank.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just genuinely don't know how they're doing because like again, I don't know that taking Bo and Sabrina out of it really impacts Sabrina and Tucker's story.
Yeah.
But it's just like they were friends and they were
I
good
think
friends, and
it would just be something that like we like people who read the books would know it's missing, but I feel like people who just watch the show would have like no idea that was part of the. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't
no,
take anything away
I don't
except
think
for, like
it.
we would know it.
Yeah, I don't think it really affects the storyline that
It'd be
all
like
that
an
much.
unfortunate loss, but like
Yeah.
not detrimental to like the whole story being changed.
No,
know
and
what
it
I
also
mean?
maybe make it easier because we don't have to deal with like more people grieving.
Yeah.
So
You can come in the picture after everybody's like
after
somewhat
everyone's
okay.
depressed,
Yeah. I'm not.
who knows?
The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I have to sit down and watch that. And I don't want to do that.
No.
I don't want to do it.
No.
I don't want to do it.
Also with Allie and Dean, the difference of adding the hunter part, which I know I think we talked about last week.
Yeah.
I have a question. So
Okay.
Allie told Dean to call her when he had
Yes.
completed the assignment.
Yeah.
And we see her get a call from Dean and she smiles and then she sees Hunter.
Yes.
Do you think that in her head there's two options, right?
Ooh. Yes.
Either she saw the text, she saw the call, saw her reaction and went, fuck, I need to change this.
Yeah.
So she goes sleep with Hunter. Or does she see the call and think, oh, he completed the assignment, now I have to too?
Is it bad if I want to say it could be, it probably is a little bit of both?
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I've seen
Like-
people very firmly on both sides, but
No,
I
I think it makes the most sense for it to be both of those things.
because how I see it is see the phone, go, oh, I'm excited Dean is calling, and then go,
And
oh,
the convenient, yeah.
he's calling, that means he completed the assignment. And if I'm excited, I shouldn't be excited. If he completed the assignment, then I should complete the assignment. So therefore,
Yeah.
I have to complete Hunter, and he's running by. So like that works.
No, I think it's definitely a combined,
Yeah.
like a combination of those two for that reason. Because I can't see it just being one or the other.
No, I do also wonder like how that whole storyline is going to play out, and I'm very excited to see the difference. I know that some people are really pissed about it, but like
You know what?
for me,
I'm here
I'm
for it.
again, it's like CW drama, and I live for that shit.
We need more of it, honestly.
No, I've been
So-
rewatching Pretty Little Liars for the last few months, and I kind of have gotten off of it because I hit like season 4 or 5, which is where it starts getting not great.
It was on for a really long time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
but like
'cause I remember it for a while.
I live for the drama. Same with like Once Upon a Time. I'll go back and watch that every once in a while. I'm like, it's so bad, but it's so good.
That's the point, though.
Yeah.
That's like the entire reason it exists.
So I watch Big Brother and The Challenge. Like they're
There you
horrible.
go. That's what
I'm
I'm saying.
honestly shocked I don't watch Love Island.
Me too, every year. I think I watched 2 episodes last season, like last year, but I can't.
I think it's on too frequently.
every day for like 5 days a week.
I don't know how the
For the
sports girls
whole
keep up
summer.
because there's so many of our like cohort like women in sports who watch.
Yes.
I'm like, how do you have time?
Literally, I follow some people that they live blog it or like live react, and I'm like, how do you all have time to watch an hour episode of the same thing every single day for like
And it doesn't
5
days.
days?
9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half every week. I'm like, oh my god. I really thought I was gonna commit last year. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm really sorry.
I was planning on committing this year, and then I realized I missed the first 2 episodes. And went, never
No,
mind.
That's exactly what I did. And I'm like, okay,
Next season, I
never
guess.
mind. I like if it wasn't as frequent, I'd probably be more inclined.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of TV, and I don't watch a lot of TV, so it's a lot to ask of me. But
Well,
it's a lot. I watch a lot of sports, which if you count that as TV, but so it takes like coming to watching a TV show, it takes me 10 years.
Yeah,
Literally. But
like Big
Well,
Brother is
let's do
3
this.
times a week.
See, that's not as bad.
No, but it's still a lot.
It's still a lot. Like
So.
I feel like 2 times a week is like a nice Monday, Friday. When to get
Well-
one at the weekend, you know, like
Big Brother kind of like fucked up along the way because they used to have like genuinely interesting episodes all 3 days of the week,
now it's
and now
not.
it's kind of like
That's what they do a celebrity version of.
yeah, they do that
Okay.
all the time. That was that one that JoJo Siwa was on. Ended up like quasi breaking up with her
Did not
extremely
know she
older
was on it.
girlfriend on the TV
No.
show, and then hooking up with this guy who's also really old. And
Oh my god, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
it was a really weird
That's
situation.
crazy.
This was like after she came out as a lesbian, so everyone was like, "You're lying." It was a whole thing.
I was not that side of the internet when that happened, but okay.
I
Sounds like a time.
sometimes I have to remember that like you miss the gay side of the internet sometimes. And I
Yeah,
have to-
that I feel like if it came up, I probably was like, "Why is this relevant to me?" And I probably just kept scrolling. And because I kept
Never
scrolling, the algorithm was like, "You don't need to know that." And then you missed all of it. But yeah, that's a
valid. Well, but speaking of reality TV show, kind of, there's a show called Selling Sunset,
okay.
and it's a reality real estate TV show. Again, really bad but really entertaining.
Okay.
And
Like, I
one
don't
of the
even think-
girls on it, Chriselle, was dating one of the guys who was on one soap opera.
Okay.
They got divorced mid-show. It was a huge thing. And she, I don't really remember how this came about, but was like, yeah, I actually think I like women.
You know what?
And she is now married to G Flip, who is an Australian singer who has a song who does the montage. In
That's so funny. Oh my god, that's the craziest like circle of like.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's so
Oh,
wild.
it was such a problem like last season or 2 seasons ago because people were like, well, I don't understand like miss me with your gay shit. And also like, why do I have to call your partner? Why can't I call them your wife? And it's like, well, because they're not a woman. Like, please
Yeah.
respect that. And it was a whole thing.
Oh my god.
No, it's
I can't let people.
I also will never understand using bigotry as a selling point on a TV show because it's like I just don't think that ever ages well.
Yeah, and it's also like not a good way to like. I feel like it caused like. Would of course give you more of a bad rep than like why people want to watch it opposed to I'm
'Cause,
not
like-
going to watch it because you know what I mean.
I guess like, and I'm saying like back in the day, like there was a difference of like, oh well, I'm Republican and she's a Democrat, so we're gonna argue about that. Versus like, well, I'm racist and she's black, so I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
bitch. It's like those are you can't. That's never going to age well for you.
Yep. Very true.
I don't
What
know.
concept? What a concept.
Yeah. I had a conversation last night, and I need to reiterate. We'll tell you later.
Okay.
It's another one of those takes that I'm like, I think this is a lukewarm take. However, if it gets the wrong side of the internet, I don't know if that's a lukewarm take. So I'll tell you later.
Okay.
And if anyone's
Valid.
interested, DM us. I'll tell you, but I'm not
Remember.
saying it out loud.
So real.
Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed Off Campus. I thought it was a very fun watch. I know that everyone's like, Liquid IV sponsorship was like a lot. I thought it was really great product placement,
Yeah.
honestly. Sue me.
There was another one. What was the other? There was another one that I was like, oh, that seems like it'd be an ad. And I don't remember what it was. Anyway, it'll come back to me. But yeah, I loved it. I also just think I'm a big fan of book adaptations when they're done well. And I
Yeah.
think we said last summer with Summer Turned Pretty, Amazon, I don't want to give them any credit, but they actually do very well. Like they have done very well with the book adaptations. Like they have
Yeah.
done them very like true to the book, true to the fan base, which is good. You know,
Well,
want
'cause,
them to
like,
be
yeah, like,
invested,
even the changes that they make like make
it
sense
makes
in
sense. And
this
it's not like
adaptation.
drastic changes where it's like, what the heck? That's not.
Oh, can I?
Oh no.
I've seen a lot of posts of like the We Deserve Sunshine too, and it's a lot of them have been for like Pride Month.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot because I don't know if you've been on this side of discourse, but very often when bisexual people are in straight appearing relationships,
I know what I feel like you're gonna say.
people are like, well, you're not gay enough, like you can't
Yes.
celebrate Pride, like, whatever. And so there was a post that I saw that was like, bisexual people deserve sunshine too, and I immediately reposted it because I was like, yes, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I realized they used Jeremiah Fisher as one of the examples, and I was like, I think I have to
No.
remove my reposting.
Wait. No. No.
I'm like, everyone else on this list deserves sunshine except for that man.
Why would they put him on that list?
Well, that was Joss Richards, right? She posted the other day and was like, I just started watching Summer Turned Pretty.
Oh, I feel
Yeah.
like, I was like, girl, no.
I
That's a
listen.
really good bet.
Love your book so far. I hope that she changes her mind.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there was another one.
But I do understand how like the first 3 episodes, you're like, yeah, I understand why
Yeah,
people would
first
like Jeremiah.
3.
Yeah,
You had
she was on
2.5
episode 2, I
seasons.
think.
It's a wild time. Like,
Crazy to me.
but yeah, I loved it. I'll probably go back and rewatch it again, like usual. But
I think I'll probably reread the books
yeah, I feel
and
like I
then
should. Yeah,
rewatch it.
especially before we get
Season 2.
Dean and Allie, because that was my favorite book. So I feel like I should have that. Although we've seen most of it, but like just
I
refresh
really
the second half.
didn't think we were gonna get that much of Dean
No,
and
me
Allie this
either.
season. So
They know what we want.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I feel like people are gonna be like, oh my god, I'm not dissing Hannah and Garrett. I love them. Mama and Ella are amazing.
I kind of like them.
Personally, my favorite couple when I read the
Yeah.
books was Dean and Allie. I'm
I
not
also
even.
like Hannah and Garrett as an established couple more than I like their
Yes.
love story because
I
the
think
way
that's a very good one to like. That's the first one in the
Yes.
series. Like it's a very good setup,
because also
and
like,
that's
the
what I
way
think is
that
nice.
they like therapize the other couples throughout the
Yeah.
books.
So
And then,
really
like,
become parents.
Yeah, they are.
Like,
They're the parents of the
now.
group.
Yeah.
And then like when they actually become parents, like I actually like I don't love Garrett as much in his kids book because it's like that's not Garrett Graham.
Okay, why do we do this so many? Why do we do this so often?
But like I love Hannah in her kids books and like like she's very good at that. But like yeah, like they both kind of become like adults to the rest of the group that still feels like kids. And so like,
And it's like the fun family aspect of it too.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate them more as a couple than a love story. And so I personally was like, yeah, like, I'm excited for the season, but like it's not gonna be my favorite one.
which is fine. But I'm just excited. Yeah, I also just love shows that have like that group dynamic of it. So like
Yeah.
you get to see everybody. Like this was Hannah and Garrett's story, but you'll see them
I
throughout.
love an ensemble show.
Yeah, like that's my favorite thing in the world. So I'm excited to like get everybody's individual story, but also see everybody throughout it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but 10 out of 10 is very well done. I wish it was like a weekly thing, so we were still like. I feel like I'm still seeing a lot of it, but like the
It's
I feel
died
like it was
down.
very quickly dropped off. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when we talk about next season, I'm gonna be like, wow, I love this part, and I hated the rest of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not emotionally stable for that. But it's okay. It's okay. But-
Do you want to touch on actual sports real quick before we go?
We can.
Um,
That is happening. If in case
I
anybody was wondering, it's still really
I did not watch the game last night. I was at a Liberty game, and also I'm just generally not watching the
I
games.
kind of love it for you.
But I
I
also
did
heard
not.
it was a great game. And there were a lot of stats that you wanted to chit chat about. So
Like this is it's gonna sound really silly. Not really, because I'm not that old, even though I think I am. But
you're like a child.
yeah, like I work with a lot of people who like have been watching hockey like legitimately their whole lives, and they're like older than me. This I found out. I thought about the other days. Is like 10 years ago I watched my first cup final, which
Oh,
is
I love that.
wild. Because I didn't watch the first year when I like really started watching because the Rangers were eliminated. And I was like, I'm angry. And the next year I was like, I actually don't care. And then I watched the whole thing. So anyway, but like almost everybody I was working with last night, and like my preface of cup finals is like literally from 2016 to now, and I think I've had to like go back and look on. Everybody I was working with was like, this is probably the like most entertaining and best like hockey central, like you have no idea what's going to happen. Which felt wild that people were like, I've been watching hockey for 40 years and like this is the craziest thing ever. And I was like, okay. But yeah, it was my brain, like I felt like I was playing, which is not how it worked. But I was like, you know, that I always use this reference, which is so funny. The cat that's like banging on the keyboard gif.
Yes.
That was me from like 9:30 to 12:30 last night.
All I know is
It was
that
horrible. And like a good way.
we have like little TVs in the Liberty Media section that show us like
Little
rotating
screens.
stats and stuff.
Yeah.
But you can change it and apparently put sports on it, which I didn't know.
That's fun.
But like 3 of the TVs had the game on. And so all I know is that like I saw that it went like 2-0 and I was like, whatever, fuck it. And then went 4-0 and I was like, you know what? I'm so done with this shit.
It was
And also 'cause everyone kind of was like, I'm the hockey person there. So they were like, what do you think? I'm like, I'm not
Oh.
watching the series.
as you should.
And then
For anybody who is listening to this, I am like contractually I have to watch it. Otherwise I really wouldn't be, but I have to.
I
So
see that it's 4-0. I'm pissed off. I check my phone
As
and
you
it's 4-3. And I went, what the fuck happened?
I'm literally so like it became fourth. So for anybody who didn't watch, which again I don't blame you, first period was scoreless. Second period was four goals all from Vegas, which ended up being an actual hat trick for Mitch Marner. In the first goal, he had an assist on, so it was 4 points. and then Carolina
Well,
scored.
there's history for Mitch there too, right?
Yes,
Like
hold
what
on,
did he?
well,
Okay, sorry,
well,
sorry, sorry.
and I'm just giving the rundown of like this is
Got
what's going on. Third period, Carolina came out, scored 3 goals in 39 seconds, which is unheard of. They scored another goal, made it 4 like tied it at 4-4, went to overtime, it went to double overtime. Unfortunately, Carolina lost, which was like the flakiest goal of the entire night. But yeah, it was literally I was like, oh, this is gonna be so boring. Like after the first period, I was like, guys, like I need like 1 goal to like do my job. And so like as I was catching up on the Vegas 4 goals, the third period already started, and then I was like, oh my god, it's 4-3. I hadn't even looked at who scored yet. I'm not even like half. It was terrible. My brain, I feel like I literally got to control. I was like, guys, I feel like I ran a marathon. I have not like stepped on ice, but I literally feel like I was like ran a marathon.
There with them, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, it was a wild one.
So what? I know you texted me some of them, but what were like
Yeah,
the
hold on.
actual stat breakdown? Also, I don't know if you saw, I tagged you on Threads.
I did.
Someone's requesting like an actual full written breakdown.
I actually have to ask you about something after, but I will respond. Trust
Okay.
me. Where's my text to you?
I don't know.
Hold. Okay, there's a lot.
Because I know that you said half of them. I'm like, there's more.
So like I again since like before getting this job, I was like hockey stats nerd, ha ha ha. And again, I'm gonna preface this that like I am looking at it as like this is legitimate historic. Like I'm not. I
I'm
don't
not
want to be like,
praising anybody.
yeah, like oh my god, like it's legit. Like has not happened, either has never
Yeah.
happened or has not happened in a very long time. So I'm just gonna text over to Ken's, and then there's more. Yeah, because then I go Ken's will come back. Okay, so for Marner specifically, what I told Ken's, that's not even all of it. So the natural hat trick was his second natural hat trick of the playoffs, and he's the third player in NHL history to have multiple of them in the same playoff year. He scored the hat trick last night, or whenever you listen to this on Saturday, 6 minutes and 10 seconds, which is the fastest hat trick in a Stanley Cup final game ever. The record was set by Maurice Richard in the 1950s. So
Yeah. And it was like 653 or something.
I think it's 57.
Okay.
But it was a while ago. He's the first player to record 4 points in a single period in the Cup final. Also set that's like Vegas franchise record too. Nobody's ever done 4 points in a playoff period. He now has 28 points, which is the most points in a single playoff run for Vegas, and most for a player in their first season with the team in NHL history. That was also a record that's from like the 70s. I'm trying to think of ones I forgot. He was like only the 7th player to ever record a natural hat trick in the Cup final. So there's like literally
That's
crazy. I'm
crazy.
like, I was like, I want to say every single moment. It's but like I feel like I wouldn't, and like I'm sometimes like okay, like if you're like the 5th person to do it, like it's enough. But like my CP, like my co-producer last night was like, hey, could you tell me the last time somebody had 4 points in a Stanley Cup final game? I was like, this is the only time. This is the only one. And then for Carolina, their 3 goals in 39 seconds were the fastest 3 goals ever scored in a Stanley Cup final game ever. So
Playoff or final?
no final.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was not the fastest for like it wasn't even a hat trick. It wasn't the fastest for all time playoffs, but specifically in a cup final, it was the fastest. I was like fastest 3 goals in a cup. And then which I also texted you, if Carolina did end up winning, there had never been a 4-goal comeback win in the cup final. Like every team that like came back to tie game, I think they lost like all 108 times. Well, now it's 109. But
Shouldn't have been. I did see the overtime goal, and I was like,
also
also
like
like
that goal. I felt so bad. I was like, guys,
Carolina's had this problem for a while.
Yeah.
They have an own goal problem, like a severe one.
the one last night, I was like, get your stick out of the way. Why'd you sit there? Why?
Yeah.
It was a crazy. Like in my time, not only the crazy one I've worked, but I've watched, but like again, I have people who like watch hockey for since like the 80s be like, yeah, that's the craziest game I ever watched. I was like, okay. But yeah,
No, I saw the
literally
highlights,
this
and I
is
was like,
wild.
holy shit.
Yeah, I was like, okay, when are we gonna stop? I was like, I thought we were gonna get A scoring, and now we're just getting all scoring. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a time. My brain was like exhausted.
I fully think
This
this
is
is going
time.
to 7 the way that this has been.
Yeah, I like I say, I would probably say like 6 if at worst case, but like I don't see it not going 7.
No, but
we shall see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that. Because I was just imagine that cat on the keyboard. That was me. That's exactly how I felt.
I on the Knicks side of things, if anyone was wondering, I'm not really giving you any history. I'm just complaining about something.
Okay.
I'm
that's out of my depth. These are the first 2 NBA games I've ever watched in my whole life. So
I'm not allowed to watch them actually because I haven't watched a game since they lost. And everyone was like, if you turn on the fucking TV, we murder you.
I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna say it because it's. I'm just not. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Just based on vibes and things that were going into Game 3, I feel like you can watch tomorrow and it'll be fine.
That's
it
I
won't be
agree.
your fault.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
So
That's
my
all
issue
about it. I'm just saying
actually,
it'll be okay.
stems from that concept, and that is as someone who has to get through Penn Station to go home on
Oh yeah.
on Monday and Wednesday.
I was gonna literally text you. I was like, I'm free on Monday for dinner, and I'm like, never mind. I don't want to be in the area. I'm really sorry.
No, so I like as someone who has to go through. Theoretically, I don't have to go through Penn Station, but it's significantly easier for me to go through Penn Station to get home.
Like it is for like millions of people.
Yeah.
So that's why it's that big of a train station.
There are certain things happening at the Knicks game tomorrow that require everyone to get there at least 2 hours ahead of time.
And the entire blocks
They're
around
doing-
the building.
They're doing TSA level security. They are also not allowing any kind of bags into the building, and they canceled all of the watch parties outside of the building. I don't know,
I feel like
how-
they will be moved somewhere else, but
but like I
don't
don't
know.
But, like first off, that's such a vibe killer.
it is.
Like
Also,
that's
like-
half of like the Knicks games is seeing everyone outside.
Yes.
Like seeing everyone outside the garden is like a huge
Yes.
thing.
That's why I fear for my life on Saturday.
No,
But
Mhm.
it's okay. I'll be fine.
I just genuinely I'm just like I'm like worried about getting home tomorrow, and
I
then
think you'll be okay.
on Wednesday, like if they're up 3-0,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck. And then my mom and I, like, we're going to a concert like near-ish to the city, and we were looking at train schedules, and the trains like aren't even running for a certain amount of time on Wednesday. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. So we're driving, and I was like, thank God, but also like, oh my God.
Yeah. No,
Mom's like, we should
yes.
go to a bar before the concert, and I was like,
There's no way.
no.
There's no way. Yeah, I feel
They're like,
that.
"But the game doesn't start till 8:30. We'll be in the concert by then." And I was like, "It doesn't matter. These
You're
people are
gonna
getting
keep
drunk from 2 p.m. and on."
I was gonna say like those will be full like by the time you wake up that day.
Yeah,
Those people not leave it.
especially if they're up 3-0.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No. And then also I'm like, well, I'm supposed to go to work on Thursday, and if they win, I don't know that I want to do that.
yeah,
So yeah, I
it's a time though. It's like a nice time. Like,
it's lovely. I love the vibes. I'm super excited to like see New York. Like, I think it's really funny that like the
Unite.
Knicks are the thing that brings
yes,
everyone together, but also because like the New York Knickerbockers is technically like their
It's
full
such a
title,
bad- yes,
like technically. But it's kind of like that like, is another term for like New Yorkers, and like same thing with the Metropolitans, which is the Mets. Like,
yeah,
it's another word for New Yorkers. Whereas like Yankees theoretically need people from New England. So I'm like, what? So
yeah.
anyways, I think that the Mets and Yankees should be the unifying,
But
not
what do
Mets
you-
and Yankees, Mets and Knicks, but whatever.
True.
We were also discussing
True.
like where people would do certain parades and stuff.
Yeah,
So obviously like Knicks and Rangers, Yankees would do their parade like Manhattan.
True.
Mets would also probably do Manhattan. If the Nets or Liberty, or like if the Nets ever win, would they do Brooklyn or Manhattan?
probably Brooklyn.
If the Jets and Giants win, would they do Jersey or Manhattan?
I think they've all. Well, I think the Giants did both of them in Manhattan, did they?
And then the question is like, okay, where would the Sirens do it?
Well, that's a good question.
Because yes, they're a New York team, but their fan base is so firmly in New Jersey and like
Yeah,
part
like-
of Pennsylvania.
Who would get them to?
But I fear that doing two parades would make it
Did you
so
say
small.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, there's people from Philly who root for the
Oh,
Sirens.
okay, yeah. I'm thinking like literal Pennsylvania. I'm like, what?
Well, like yes,
Yes, I know, but I'm like different.
mine is also like the closest team to most of them.
Yeah, they did it. The Giants did it in actual City.
Yeah,
Interesting, but
I don't know. Like I think it's interesting to see like
fun concept to think about. Yeah,
where teams like Long Island, like the Islanders, and I was like, no, I think they would fucking do that on Long Island. You can't do
yeah,
that.
there's
in
no
the city.
way.
And they're like, but it's
Sorry,
the
I
New York
got
Islanders, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
because first off, Manhattan is technically Rangers territory, and
Yeah.
second off, like the Islanders are so firmly like Long Island culture, like that is our team.
So
So
I also think you know that, like, they're not.
I
That's
don't
the
think they would go
separation.
to
You know
the
what I
city.
mean?
Yeah,
That's the.
I don't know.
What do
I
I
just find it interesting to see like also like when the Patriots win, I assume they do it in Boston,
Boston?
because even though
They
they play in
play
New
in-
Hampshire,
No, they play in Massachusetts.
yes, they
It's
do.
just like
sorry.
far away.
Even though they play in
40
basically New Hampshire.
basically. That's pretty. Yeah, it's on the border pretty much because it's so close.
But like I don't know. I find that so interesting. Of like, well, where does it actually?
Occur or happen.
Occur.
Yeah,
And then when you have teams like or cities
because
with
the
like
Liberty
two
did theirs
teams
in
in
the
it,
actual city, right? Like,
Liberty
did
did
it
theirs
in
in Brooklyn.
Was it in
I thought.
Brooklyn? I thought it was Manhattan.
I did not know I was busy.
I didn't know what was happening until after it happened, and I was like, ah,
Well, that's the
see,
other
like-
thing is if the Knicks win, I do want to be at that parade
as you should.
because I also don't know when I'm getting another one.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So,
That's
like
so
as a
real.
New York sports fan, I'm gonna get it in when
You
I
might as
can.
well get. This is gonna be like the only experience for like all of us.
Yeah,
This
like
is
I
the
believe in our
one-
women's team so strongly, but I also
Everyone
just think it's such
else-
a difference.
Yes.
Such a different like culture.
Yes, also true.
So also Barclays was so loud last night. Like I thought I was gonna go deaf.
I would say it's good, but also not good at the same time.
No, I need Loop to like sponsor me because I genuinely wear their earplugs every time I go to
Get
the
some
games.
earplugs.
And then I don't even want to talk about Monaco. Actually, we can start the F1 season next week. I agree with you. Actually,
I
Can't
didn't even
wait.
watch half of it. And I'm just
I
angry.
woke up and it was in the middle of the red flag, and they were on like
Oh, so no, I watched like I think by the time I turned it on, they were like 4 laps in, and I immediately because I woke up later than I wanted, and like Max was out, and I was like, okay, don't know what happened, and then I kept kept falling asleep, like in and out, and then I finally got up to go to work, and I heard it was like Lando's radio, and he was out, and I was like,
yeah.
I have to go.
Well, typically
And
what
then
I do,
apart.
especially for like the really early races, I'll turn them on and end up like falling asleep during them. But
Yeah.
I fully slept through the race this morning. I set so many alarms.
You know what? You didn't miss anything.
No, I fully slept through it, and I woke up to the red flag, and I went, you know what? And I looked up to the red flag. I looked at the stats. I saw that Leclerc, Norris, and Verstappen were out, and I went, honestly, I'm so glad I didn't watch this fucking race.
You
Oh,
know,
no.
it is. Go ahead.
No, go. You go first.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
go
judge.
because you're gonna forget that thought.
No, I'm not.
Okay, really fast. I found when you texted me, so I left my house and they were like probably not even halfway through whenever Lando was done.
Mhm.
I get in my car. I didn't watch the rest of it in the car because I was like, I have no time. Like, I don't need to, whatever. I'll just look back on it and like something good will happen.
Yeah.
I get to the place I'm getting my coffee and I'm like, let me go check to see like if it panned out the way it was so we can post it and like it's done. And I open like the F1 schedule thing and I'm like, why does it say the race isn't finished yet? Like, what's going on? And then I look at it and today I'm like, what happened to Charles? Like, where'd he go? So I can't figure out what's going on. I open Twitter, look at the F1 thing. The first video is Charles going to the wall and I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, that's great. And then I caught up on all the other. It was wild. They like all the podium stuff and George trying to cheat now, which is a whole other thing. Yeah, it's a time. The whole time.
Yeah.
But
I will
I
say,
love it for who it worked out for. Like the V car boys, love that for you guys. But I'm
Kimmy now has 5 in a row.
Yeah.
He's also the first teenager to ever Grand Slam.
he's also the youngest Monaco winner ever, which is crazy when you
Yeah.
think about how many people have won that race.
Yeah.
So what's
So
that?
a Grand Slam is fastest lap.
Yep.
Leads every single lap.
The whole race, yeah.
I believe pole position as well, and then winning the race.
And then win, yeah. Basically just be like first.
You have to be the best in
The
every
whole
single
time.
aspect
Yeah.
of every single part of the race.
Yeah.
So first teenager ever to do that, youngest win in Monaco, 5 in a row for him. If you had told me at the beginning of the season that a teenager was going to win the WDC, I would be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. I also this is no hate to Kimmy. But so like background context on me as an F1 fan, I had context on it before I started watching. So what my first full season was, I guess first 2 races, so I guess not full season, was 2024. And the only thing I knew coming
too.
in was that Max won every single race. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll watch Max win every single race. Spoiler alert, we had like 8 different race winners that season.
Yeah.
So the last 2 years, I was like, oh my God, this is so great. You know what I mean? Like McLaren, I guess if you want to say like the 2 of them and how they dominated last year, but there was never
Yeah.
one person winning every single race. And now that it's happening, I'm like, oh, I see why this is a downfall.
Yep.
And it doesn't help that my driver doesn't have a working car ever, so it's fine.
At least your driver didn't just sign another fucking contract to stay for an
Yeah,
undetermined amount of
also
time.
the fact that like they had to red flag it. Because I watched it and I'm like, didn't even look that bad. No offense. Like I don't want like any crash is bad, but it didn't look like severely enough to like red flag the race.
Well, I think in Monaco the red flags are
asphalt.
what?
The asphalt, like where he cracked, or where
Yeah.
the road was like legit, like elevated. It was broken. I was like, oh,
I think in Monaco also they like because they typically have to like get the cranes to get the cars
it's big,
out.
it's narrow and there's not a lot
Yeah.
of room, and that's
A lot of work
It
for
was a
Monaco.
time.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm like I'm not hating on Kimmy. I'm just like, oh my god, somebody else, please, please, please. I made a joke today. I don't know if you saw it. And I thought it was so funny because I think I'm funny, even though I'm probably not.
You're
Because
funny. I promise you're funny.
when Kimmy won, obviously, I was like, when I say the future is teal, doesn't
Yeah.
apply to Mercedes. I love you guys. I'm so sorry. That is not for you to have. That's
You meant
not
the
what it
sharks.
is.
Yeah.
No. You gotta leave that behind.
You mean the sharks and the sirens actually?
Yes,
Please and
like
thank you.
that's not for you.
No.
Stop.
No, and I did like your post earlier that was like so excited for the F1 season to start next week. Crazy it's
Yeah.
been so long.
Like, I can't believe we haven't watched any races. This is wild.
Yeah.
It's just it's a time.
It's
Yeah, I feel like I was spoiled the last 2 seasons, and now I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Also, please tell me why every car that has a Mercedes engine but Kimmy's
Can't do
is, like,
anything.
garbage.
I don't know.
But Kimmy was the same. Like what?
I'm like
Sketchy. I'm gonna say it's a little sketchy.
no,
It's a little sketchy.
the like fucked up part of my brain is waiting for like
Oh, something's got like I
something
feel like when we
to
get
come
to
up.
a summer break,
Yeah.
like the next like once we get through like half the European part of the calendar, I feel like it's gonna be like
I don't know why, but my brain is saying like Spa, they're gonna find something wrong with Kimmy's car and it's gonna like negate all of his wins.
now you playing the off campus.
Just saying.
Yeah, true.
Just saying.
I see. Like, I won't wish that on anybody.
No, I just
But like, if
it's
you're
very
doing
weird to
things,
me.
there are like rules you have to follow.
It is
you
very
know.
odd to me that they all have like a lot of them have Mercedes engines and Kimmy and George are theoretically driving the same car. That George should have a better car than Kimmy, and for some reason, Kimmy's just flying in that thing.
It's also so crazy. I think I mentioned last time. Like, I love when like teammates are fighting that aren't mine.
Yes.
It's a lot less stressful. But if I was George, I would be losing my mind.
Yep.
Like for this kid to come again, you drove behind Lewis Hamilton for however many years, and then this kid comes in, and you're like supposed to be the number one driver, and then now all the favoring is going to him. I was like, if it was me,
No, I'd lose it.
I'd be like, this is it, I'm done. So I don't know, it'll be fun.
Sure.
But that's what I'm telling myself. I don't know if it's real or true, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
Staying positive.
Yeah.
We have 2 more races in a row, which is nice for the first time, but I also feel like that's going to be terrible at the same time.
We'll see.
It'll be fun.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.